Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Hey, hi.
Hey, how's it going?
It's the Night-Shift Bandits here. The two
You got,
guys, your boy Zach.
yeah, Thomas. That sounds
What's
like
good?
someone's actual name.
What? Your boy Zach?
Zach Thomas. No, Zach Thomas.
Oh, it probably is. That sounds like somebody's. Is it someone famous named Zach Thomas?
Uh, it might be close to it, but I don't think it's exactly.
Zach Thomas, whatever. I'm next to a computer
I'm just glad
now.
my first name isn't Morris.
It's a football player.
Oh, okay.
Then we like he could like tackle somebody like very hard and give him several injuries. Um,
That's most football players.
True. But what's up, everybody? This is the Night-Shift Bandits. We're doing another special podcast coming at you. Once again, talking about WandaVision, if you can't tell from our backgrounds.
These people right here, absolutely insane.
Technically, these two too, as well.
Yeah, those two as well.
Yes. But, it's that comic book counterpart. So, but you should recognize, how they look, at least one of them.
Yeah. I would definitely say the one on, from my perspective to my left is he was definitely featured very heavily in that last episode.
Yes. And of course his left, my right, I guess.
Yeah.
Obviously Wiccan over here. Definitely. Okay, so I'll hop right into it. This episode was.
I was gonna say spoilers, but there's no reason for it. This is a spoiler. This is a spoiler heavy thing that we're doing right now.
Okay, real quick to, just give our initial impressions because I'm about to do this for like 5 seconds.
Okay.
Episode 6 was good. Watch it. I will say this. This is definitely the episode where it's leading into the third act. It's set up. So it's a lot of Easter eggs. So it's a good episode. Watch it, especially if you plan on sticking with the series. At this point, I mean, you're on episode 6. You're already sticking with the series, so you already know what to expect. So by all means, check it out.
And from my point of view, exactly the same. Just check it out. You are not going to be disappointed. There's only 2 or 3 more episodes left in the series.
Yeah, 3. I think. Yeah, 3. Yeah. It's 9 episodes.
So
the 3.
Yeah. So just go ahead, watch it. Take it slow. Make sure you absorb everything.
Yes. All right, spoilers. Spoilers.
So,
yes. Okay.
First thing, go for it.
Heavy Easter eggs in this episode. Obviously, like I stated, the kids develop their powers.
Mm-hmm.
They're essentially, Wiccan and Speed, of course.
Absolutely.
Obviously, like it's super obvious. It was obvious before if you knew.
Yeah, but how they started off this episode, which nod out to Malcolm in the Middle.
Yes.
Frankie
Muniz. Yes.
Yeah. he doesn't even remember that he played this role. And it's like his best role. Frankie Muniz.
It's because I know we said no tangents, but isn't that because he's been in because I know he's been doing not NASCAR, but he's been racing. Yeah. And he's been in so many accidents that he hit his head that he don't even remember being in Malcolm in the Middle. So what's his name? I should know his name. He should not be Walter White from Breaking Bad in my brain.
Okay, so God. I know who you're talking about, and all I'm thinking of now is, he was Walter White. He was in Godzilla.
We just talked about this off mic, no, Gustavo from Breaking Bad should not be Gustavo. What's his name, Thomas?
That's Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes, there you go.
But that's not who we're talking about.
Talk about Bryan Cranston.
Yes, that guy.
Bryan Cranston has to remind him of everything. It's not hilarious, but it's like, damn.
It's like his dad is still taken care of.
Exactly. It's cool. I'm glad they're still tight.
Yeah, I do love that.
Yeah.
So. But I noticed that first, and then as Wiccan was coming out, he was wearing the costume, and I should say, Tommy. I don't remember which twin is which.
Look, I'm calling them Wiccan and Speed. I know them as Wiccan and Speed.
Yeah, I do too. Like other Marvel characters, I'll call them by their real name. But yeah, Wiccan. He walks out, and the first thing I see is like, oh yeah, that's Wiccan. That's definitely Wiccan right there.
Yeah.
And then I see Speed coming around, and it's just like not doing anything, but was really hanging out with his uncle, who was also a speedster. Getting big Flash vibes right there.
And it was cool seeing them just like develop their powers, because like, you know, they're coming to their own. Only thing is that I wish it wasn't in a show where you have some dark underlying tones. And
oh yeah, very dark.
You may not know what may happen to these kids at the end of the day.
Oh yeah. I really don't know what's going to happen to them at the end of the day, especially if it's going along how it did in the comics, which if they're part of Mephisto's soul, they don't really exist.
Yeah, they don't really exist. That's the thing. And who knows what's going to happen. I mean, right now, this episode, I would definitely say put us through a loop. It definitely tried to give us some things to take us off the trail.
Yeah. So I do want to, we didn't talk about this either, but address the whole situation with them as a family. With Vision coming down and starting with Vision coming down, they really did interact like one of those families from that era of sitcom. Yeah. And it was very, very impressive that they were doing that. One thing that I kind of sussed out is that right when Vision was talking to all of them and trying to get himself to leave, Pietro helped him. Yeah. And I really think that has something to do with Wanda controlling that whole area and coming to terms with everything.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing right now is Wanda actually, she's starting to understand her powers, but she still don't understand the situation. And obviously she's starting to lose control. And that's shown in the ending when she made the barrier larger. Yep. I mean, let's be real. Part of that has to do with Sword interfering. And what you call him? Captain Douchebag McGee. Douchebag McGee. Yeah. I don't remember his original name. Even though he's a good actor too.
Yeah, he is a very good actor. I don't know the actor's name, but his name in the shirt is Hayward.
Yeah, and because of him, things are just getting worse. Granted, we don't know what triggered this whole scenario anyway, because based off what we understand, people are essentially being tortured. Yeah, if you want to really think about it, like even when
that was. You're starting to talk about Norm, and then in this episode, Agnes, right?
Yeah. So, like Norm said, what was it? Like voices in his head was not making him leave. And then even in this episode, you saw like what happened outside, I guess, of the general radius. Like I guess it happens in layers. I want to say the closer you are to the center of Westview or even Wanda,
the more in deep you are, right? Or in depth you are. So it's like you can't really escape that. I would think of it more like a cell tower. Yeah. So like the closer you are, the stronger your signal.
Exactly. So you find that the more far out you are, the less involved you are, because you see a lady in her yard, setting up her Halloween decorations, but she's trying to clip the ghost to the string, but she keeps going up and back down, up and back down. And I don't know if this is that same lady or not, but I'm sorry, something caught my eye. I'll say it later. But okay, I don't know if it was the same lady or not, but she made a tear. Someone made a tear.
Oh. It was one of the ladies that they had a close-up on. She had on glasses, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I remember that, and she was definitely crying, and Vision was like in the background.
Yeah, because Vision was just walking around, just looking at everything. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on?
Exactly.
And initially, again, you think Wanda's doing this, which to an extent she may be doing it, but as time goes on, I'm starting to think that like, okay, something's going on in the background. At first, I thought it was just straight up Wanda.
Yeah.
But then you realize Wanda isn't really trying to hurt people. She's just trying to like regain what she lost. Which, let's be real, like you said last episode, she lost a lot. Like literally, at the end of the end game, when she told Thanos, "You took everything from me." Family. Yes, she said that with so much pain and anger, which I was like, yes, Scarlet Witch, one of my favorite characters.
I have the opposite. I mean, I was like, yes, on that part because I was like, oh, we're gonna actually see some actual fight. Okay,
she was about to kick Thanos' ass.
My whole thing on just the Scarlet Witch in general, I haven't liked her since House of M. Actually, I didn't like her a little bit before House of M either.
No one liked her since House of M. Well, not even the characters in the universe.
No, they literally told her she is not welcome on Krakoa.
You are not welcome on Krakoa whatsoever.
Like, no, don't come here. You're a mutant, but don't come here.
No, she's not even a mutant. I don't think they reversed that.
In Krakoa? I mean, in the comics?
No, I don't think they reversed it.
Oh.
So they see her, based off what I understand, they see her as the boogeyman, essentially.
Okay.
Because keep in mind, they go over each and every tragic event mutants itself have went through, especially what happened on Genosha.
Genosha was definitely the worst thing that happened until House of M.
Yes. Hell, I'll still say it's the worst thing that happened because that was straight up genocide.
That's true, but then again, once House of M happened, there were so many mutants that didn't have their powers; they were effectively defenseless.
Yeah, but I mean, like they weren't targets. Well, we'll have that talk.
Oh, they were still targets. Yeah, that's a whole nother.
Yeah, because I'm like, that's a whole discussion. Because I love talking about just the X-Men and like what they've been through because they've been through so much crap.
A lot. The comparison to like the struggle of a lot of people here in America.
Yeah.
This
is what they're based off of. So
exactly. So it's like, I feel that. I feel a lot of that.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. But anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. So again, it's like they're being tortured. You're getting hints of that. And Wanda's still like, even in this episode, she was like, I still don't know how this happened. Like, it's great for me. It seems like, everyone else is fine, so at least in her eyesight. But she's like, I don't know how this happened. And even Quicksilver pointed out, was like, okay, how'd you do this? Because it's like, you keep all the couples together. You give everyone a job.
She hid all the kids and kept them alive.
And you kept them out. And you brought them out during the holidays. So that's great. You know what I'm saying? So you're getting hints that, like, she has certain control over it. But she's trying to like keep everybody happy. So she's trying to give everyone else what they want. Similar to House of M, you can try to give everyone what they want. Except I feel like in this case, it's a bit more like, how can I say? This is a bit more innocent, if you will. Like she's really trying to keep everybody happy while getting what she wants. While she's trying to create heaven, but it's an underlying layer of, okay, what's really going on? Because if Wanda, because it's kind of contradicting herself a little bit, because Wanda's trying to create heaven, but everyone else is being tortured by whatever the hell is mind controlling them.
Yeah, so she's literally putting everyone through hell, which leads back to Mephisto. Ironically, I just put that together.
But they literally like keep saying her voice.
Yeah. So, the only person that said it was Wanda, though, was Agnes.
Exactly. And that's the thing. That's why I feel like Agnes is a flipping liar.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's got to be Agatha Harkness. We've discussed this before. A lot of other people have discussed that before, too. There are too many signs pointing at this is who this character is. And if it isn't the case, I am going to love Marvel stuff even more because... usually it's just been, that's who that character is. And yeah, that's who it was.
And that's the thing too, is like, Agatha Harkness naturally was a good guy. Based off what I understand. Because she was at first the babysitter for the Fantastic Four, right? That's what she
I honestly don't know too much about Agatha Harkness. I haven't gone back and looked through her character profile yet.
Yeah, it's like she was. I know she's first appeared in, where was it? First appearance is Fantastic Four number 94. And based off what I understand, she was involved with them. Like, she was actually Franklin's nanny.
I wonder if that's part of the reason that Franklin is the way he is.
It's fine.
I mean, yeah, he's fine. But what about Galactus?
Franklin's fine.
No cares about Galactus. Okay.
But
I get that. Okay, good.
And damn, even this picture's kind of scary of her. It shows her. It's in the comic book. It shows her at the window, putting her hand at the window with a black cat next to her. She has no pupils whatsoever, so it looks creepy as hell.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Wait, can you put that on screen real quick?
I could. Hold on. All right, y'all about to see all kinds of tabs from me, so don't judge me. I will put that on screen. Actually, you may know what? I may just edit it in so people can see.
Okay. Yeah, because that's kind of small right there.
Yeah. So essentially here, yeah, it's just a creepy ass picture. I'll make sure I save it and just edit it in.
Okay.
But yeah, like, that's just. So I thought she was good. I guess I'm not too sure anymore.
I mean, with her being highly connected to Mephisto, I can't think of any of those people like being good people except Damien Hellstrom.
Which is weird because your last name's Hellstrom and you're the son of the devil.
Exactly.
So
speaking of which, that is a series that's on Hulu.
I
saw the first episode. I saw the first episode. It is really good. I just need to go back to it.
Is it really good?
The first episode was really good. It hit so many points for the character. It was good.
Okay, because here's the thing. That's probably going to be the only season you get of that show.
Of Hellstrom, yeah. I'm hoping that it's once I continue it, and if it is continuing to be good, I hope it's not the only season. And if it is the only season, I hope that they keep the guy, because this is from one episode. Mm-hmm. That dude who's playing Damien Hellstrom is perfect for the role.
He's perfect. Okay.
Perfect.
I'll check it out. You said it's on Hulu?
I believe so.
Okay. I'll check it out. Because I saw one advertisement for it. And I was like, oh yeah, that is a thing. Then I forgot about it.
Yep.
Then you mentioned it, and I was like, there we go. That's so.
I literally forgot about it until we were just talking about Mephisto.
But yeah, back to Mephisto.
Yeah.
Y'all really think this is Mephisto? Y'all really think this is Mephisto?
I'm not sure on if it's Mephisto or not. I think that it might be, but who was that in the Doctor Strange movie? I don't think that was Mephisto that he talked to.
That was Dormammu.
Yeah, that was Dormammu. Okay, so yeah, Mephisto could still be out here doing a bunch of stuff and wreaking havoc.
It could also be because the villain Nightmare is supposed to appear in Doctor Strange too.
Oh yeah.
They say that this is supposed to lead into that, which is cool. I'm like, look,
I could see that.
Two of my favorite magical characters, by all means.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
I mean, if it is Nightmare, do you think that they would put Mephisto as a quote unquote underling of the character?
I think it would be reversed. Because I don't think they're afraid to have multiple supernatural beings.
I don't think they are anymore.
Yeah.
And that's really coming into play with the fact that there's a bunch of dead people that are literally walking around right now. Well, one of them fell on the ground, but he doesn't really count as an object. But there's a bunch of people walking around who probably are dead in Westview, and Wanda probably doesn't know that they are dead at this point in time. And that could be just Mephisto, as you're saying, blocking her knowledge of that.
It could be. Or she just happened to, she could have just woke up in this.
That could be too.
Like, my prediction, and I don't know if they're going to explain this in the next episode or the episode after. I think it's going to be in the next episode between episode 7 or 8. They're going to actually explain what's really happening. And then episode 9 will be, of course, the actual finale, which will lead into Doctor Strange too.
I also heard, as a side note real quick, that the last 2 episodes are supposed to be an hour long each.
Oh, really?
That's what I heard. It was just a random thing that I scrolled past on Facebook during just some scrolling time earlier.
Okay, because I know there's been leaks coming out, and I've been doing my best to avoid them, which, thank you all out there for not really putting them out there willy-nilly.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. I'm already dealing with so many leaks from like 20 years ago.
So it's like, yeah, everyone's like on the same accord of, okay, we're gonna watch this week to week, avoid the spoilers, avoid the leaks. People who are looking at the leaks are keeping it to themselves on their corner of the internet. And even then, like I said, I heard something. And again, I'm not gonna reveal it until episode 9, because it could be like a big fat dumbass spoiler. But I'm gonna see.
I definitely want to know what that is, and if you were right about it also, because like I've told before, I've definitely called a lot of things in a bunch of different things. Like we talked about TMNT and how the last Ronin was going to be, and I think we even discussed like a couple other of things that just happened, and it was like, oh yeah, we called this. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And
like last Ronin, we called that.
Yeah, we called that so. That was just a gimme at that point.
Yeah. So if you want to check that out, definitely check out the Night-Shift Bandits podcast anywhere you get your podcast.
I like that.
The Night-Shift Bandits. Find it everywhere. We literally are everywhere at this point.
So make sure to put the hyphen in.
Yeah, make sure you put the hyphen in. Or we just type in perspectives discussions will come up.
That too.
Then you can listen to our other podcasts about relationships and romantic stuff.
That's why I stopped. Which we actually do have an episode of that coming up pretty soon with Zach, myself, and another young lady. So please check that out. That was a very good conversation that we had.
Yes, both podcasts come out every Wednesday. This one will come out ASAP because,
analytics.
Analytics, yes.
Yeah. So
anyway, go ahead.
Okay. So I kind of lost track of where I was going, but I want to go on to a different
Mephisto?
topic. It is Mephisto still, but I want to go on to a different topic about Mephisto.
Okay.
Since we are saying that now I'm thinking that Mephisto has taken the form of Pietro to try to discuss with her, like, hey, what do you actually want out of this?
That actually, I've heard a couple of people say that. Actually, quite a few people say that because, again, Pietro has been saying just some weird things throughout the episode. Again, like I mentioned, he talked about, oh, you kept everyone here together. Kids come out during the holidays. Everyone has.
So you're not ruining their fun time.
Yes,
they have better jobs, not even good jobs. They have better jobs.
Exactly.
She's doing better than our government is right now. In all honesty.
Topical. Anyway.
Yeah. It's topical. Let's not go with that.
Let's not go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
But with how he was asking her questions, it more seemed like he was really probing for a specific answer to say, hey, well, since you don't have all of that, and obviously this isn't real, I can make it real for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be the whole deal with the devil, and probably would go into the whole multiverse fact.
Yes, and a lot of people have been saying that he's essentially Mephisto. They recasted him not as Pietro, but as Mephisto.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
I heard that.
Trying to keep away from stuff like that because I don't want any more influences on what I'm thinking. And
well, if you think about it, it's along the same line as what you're thinking.
Along the same line
because he's acting as the devil on your shoulder, or as someone who is just saying, "Hey, this don't seem that bad," and trying to keep her full and thinking that what she's doing is okay. You know what I mean?
He's definitely planting those seeds of like, hey, this is fine. Don't worry about it. It's not a bad thing that you're doing, which is what Marvel's Satan would do.
Yes, exactly. Hey, like undoing that marriage.
Oh, yeah.
Between Spider-Man and Mary Jane. Yeah, you want to save Aunt May, right? Give me your marriage.
Like, Aunt May was literally almost died. I don't know how many times before that point.
Aunt May, every time she appears, she's almost dying.
Yeah, she is what, almost 90-year-old woman?
Aunt May was almost dying when I was a child in the animated series.
Yes, like just super frail. Like I don't understand that whole storyline at all. Okay, it pissed me off to no end, that storyline.
And they're still trying to reverse. They're trying to give us any different conversation, whatever.
Yeah.
See, we try to stop those tangents, but we can't stop.
We tried. It's so difficult.
It really is. It's very difficult.
But okay, so with her still talking to Pietro and him trying to find out more about what's going on, and him complimenting her on keeping everyone around and healthy, because that's another thing. Cut to when Vision's walking around by himself, and everyone on like the edge and the outskirts of town is just kind of standing there, and like we said earlier, crying,
right?
Because they literally cannot control what they're doing, but they're probably like mentally aware enough to know that they're trapped in their own bodies by someone else who's literally telling them what to do, but they can either do it or not do it.
Yeah. And that's the thing there, like you said, it's a cell phone signal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cell phone tower is either Wanda herself or just being in the middle of Westview. And then farther away you are from that signal, the weaker it gets, to the point where you'll literally freeze. And it's getting to that point where even Vision was like, okay, what the fuck's really going on? Because Vision wasn't really all that affected. No. So there must be something, Vision must have like some extra power going on to the point where when he gets farther, he's okay. But we see.
Well, I think.
Go ahead.
I think with Vision, it was him trying to push out, so it was trying to keep him in. So that's why he could get out as far as he was, and then like having those remaining effects just wear off a little bit after that.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to get into. He didn't really see it affect him until he literally got outside the barrier, which makes sense because at the end of the day, you're dead.
Yeah,
you're an illusion right now. You're probably you're probably just the way you are because of Wanda's magic. You probably can't remember anything before coming back to life because of Wanda's magic.
He actually said that.
Yeah,
he doesn't remember anything before that.
He doesn't, because again, just to rewind back a little bit, which is what I want to mention real quick. Agnes. When Agnes mentioned you're dead, you're an Avenger, he doesn't remember any of that. It comes to a shock to him.
What's an Avenger?
Right. He was like, I'm here to help, but what's an Avenger? So it's like, you don't remember any of that.
Yeah, and I think some of that is because Wanda wasn't there for him during all that. So some of those memories are just not there.
Yeah.
And when he would have been an Avenger, they had kind of quit being Avengers a little bit after that when she would have joined the team too. So the most that he would have remembered, I think, would have been like the Sokovia Accord happening.
remember the Sokovia incident.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything up until Thanos just ripped the Mind Stone out of his brain.
Right. I can see him remembering up to that point and then nothing after that. But
yeah,
the fact that he doesn't have any of that,
yeah,
makes it seem like she just did this in a hurry to reconstitute.
Or so he won't remember.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, again, remember this is heaven.
Yeah.
So.
Well, nope. That's a tangent. Keep going.
But yeah, I mean, this is heaven. Like, this is your personal heaven, and then you're trying to help other people. Like, I legit think that Wanda is doing this out of good intentions, but someone's influencing her to the point where they're creating like an evil underlying current of it. So again, I don't think Wanda's the one that's trying to torture the people, even though I could be wrong per my first theory. But it's someone else it's someone else.
Yeah. I think it's someone who might be using Wanda's voice to control everyone, because as Pietro stated, she doesn't have her accent.
He doesn't have his either.
Also true. But the simple fact that her accent is gone, and when she went outside the periphery for that little bit, she did have an accent.
Well, wasn't the accent gone in Infinity War?
It was also gone in Infinity War, but I think that was more of a production sort of side thing. And I think they're trying to just explain why she didn't have that back then.
Because I thought I either read this or they mentioned it in the movie. Didn't Black Widow teach her to have an American accent?
I think that was the in-world reason for it.
Yeah, because Black Widow doesn't have an accent either.
Exactly, and she's definitely a Russian.
So as we're going to see very soon.
Yeah. And actually, I cannot wait for that movie.
I cannot wait for that movie. I read some shit recently, and I'm like, I'll leave it alone. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't even. I told you I'm not gonna watch any more ads. I didn't even watch the ad for Winter Soldier and Falcon.
No, I read it. Anyway, go.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay,
go.
So,
Agnes.
I think No, that was on you for Agnes. I was done with Agnes.
Oh, I'm still talking. Okay, Agnes, real quick. So, I just found it weird that Agnes is a liar. Agnes is a liar. The reason why Agnes is a liar is because, for one, when Vision saw her car, it was beaming red. Granted, it was the back lights, but it was beaming red. And as we know, yes. And right now, there's something, besides it being Wanda's color, there's something going on. The color red has a special place in this world. Like in the commercial for the first episode, the poster was blinking red.
Yeah, that one red light.
Out. Yeah. And I feel like that's just a hint towards what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, Vision saw her car. It was bright red lights. And whose backlight is that bright?
No one's backlight is that bright. Like that was impossible. Unless you got like twice the LEDs in there.
You can barely see the backlight when you're driving behind something.
Right? That's absolutely ridiculous.
But what she did was, at first she's acted like everyone else. It's like, oh, you know, I got lost in a neighborhood I grew up in, which Vision pointed out.
Yeah.
And then Vision unlocked her mind, and then she started acting cool. But then she was like, hey, you're Vision. You're dead. And just kept saying, you're dead. And you're an Avenger.
Yeah, no. That was after she asked if she was dead. And he was like, well, why would you think that? Because you're dead. Dead. And then starts laughing maniacally.
Yes.
Like that if that
That
isn't
was
like
so-
an old trope from old TV show either,
Yes.
that it was perfect.
Yes, and that's the thing. It's like that's why I feel like she's a liar, because
Oh,
that scene was meant to throw us off.
Yeah,
That scene was meant
I
to
do
throw
believe
us
that.
off.
I honestly believe that too, like 100%. That when he did whatever he does to
Mhm,
bring them back to who they are,
mhm.
the simple fact that she did not like freak out
Yeah.
when she was brought back,
Mhm,
and Norm did.
mhm.
That was another thing. When she
Because
got put
Norm
back
freaked
in,
out. Norm, he freaked out.
flipped his shit.
He was like, "Whoa, guys, what happened? What's going on? I gotta call my sister. What's happening?"
Yeah,
And and Vision had to like just put his mind back to the illusion. And it was like, there's an example of someone getting their mind unlocked and saying, "Okay, what's going on?"
Mhm.
And then you got Agnes, who's over here. She's acting a bit odd with her mind
Yeah.
unlocked.
She,
And then-
she was much too calm for that situation.
She was much too calm. She was acting weird. So it's like, okay, what's going on for real? And then when Vision put her mind back, nice chalice by the way.
Thank you.
When she was putting her mind back, it's like, well, that's a mug, whatever. Anyway, she just went back to, normal ass Agnes and just turned her car around and went back to Westview, and she had total control. Again, the only other person that had that much control was Vision. Everyone else was frozen
True.
solid, like she was originally.
Very true.
So what's the deal?
That's a very good point. Also, did you notice the street name that she said to not go past?
It was Ellison something, right?
Yeah, no, she just said don't go past Ellis Street.
Oh, okay.
Where was Agnes stopped at?
Ellis Street. Right where the stop
did Vision
sign
go?
was.
Exactly, right where the stop sign was.
And the stop sign was red.
Red. Yes, I know. Stop signs are red anyway. But Vision decided not to listen to that, and then he went outside of the whole thing.
Mhm.
And then that's when we get Wiccan hearing his dad
Yes.
that in his head and wants to go, he goes and tells Wanda about it. And we were talking about this before this podcast, and you brought up what Pietro said to her right before she hex bolted him, which was
well, Wiccan said right before. Oh,
no,
damn,
not what
what
Wiccan
was?
said. What Quicksilver said.
Yeah, no, what Quicksilver said. What was it? Oh, don't worry, your husband can't die twice,
Yes.
or something along those lines.
Oh, no, your dead husband can't die twice.
Yes. So it's like,
how does Pietro also know that? Which also brings back the whole popsicle remark that he did the episode before. So
And-
there's a lot there.
and we're forgetting too that, like, again, we had another moment where you saw another dead body, Quicksilver's dead body.
Oh,
For a split
yeah.
second. Yeah.
I did forget about
You
that.
saw the bullet wounds. You saw his
Yeah.
dead eyes, but it was still that same actor.
Yeah,
So
Evan
it's-
Peters.
Yeah, it was still Evan Peters. So because I think we talked about this before we got our mic, is that we both went back, rewinded it, and we was trying to see if it was Andrew Taylor Johnson, and it wasn't.
And it wasn't. Like, that was the thing that got me too, is just, oh, they brought him back for that one quick scene. Oh, they're doing a lot right now. And they didn't do
They
it.
didn't do that.
If they had did that, I think there would be a lot more to this right now.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, it's just that was just another creepy scene. Like, this is actually a very dark TV show if you really think about it.
Actually, let's talk about another dark thing that we didn't discuss before this, which was the commercial that was in there.
Yes.
That yogurt commercial.
No magic.
Yes, that really brought me back to the 90s, up until, the kid started starving to death because he couldn't open his
Yogurt.
yogurt.
Which, of course, if you know yogurt packs, you know that struggle. Let's be real.
Yeah, they are difficult for children to open.
Yes. So that's an accurate TV. That's an accurate commercial. Anyway, in all seriousness, it was so 90s because it had the stop motion. It had the extreme shark who's just too cool for school.
With the sunglasses. He jumps out of the water with a surfboard. He didn't even surf up there.
Nigga, what? You can't be on land, Mr. Shark. You can't breathe in the air.
and also, sunglasses, shark. Come on. Too much edge. You're so just 90s edge right now.
So much 90s edge. No, surfboard. Got it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I said surfboard.
Extreme sports.
Jumped out of the water with the surfboard. Why do you need a surfboard?
Did you just leave rocket power? I feel like you just left the scene of rocket power. The set of rocket power.
He probably did. He just left that scene. Or he was hanging out with his Street Sharks buddies.
True. You hang out with them. No, that's better. He was hanging out with the Street Sharks. And that's better. And they were hanging out with the Biker Mice from Mars.
Oh, I missed them so much. There were 2 series of that. Go check them out.
Yeah, Biker Mice from Mars, Street Sharks.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing another one. What's another Ninja Turtles ripoff? Anyway.
No, that's a Power Rangers ripoff. Yeah, I can't think of another one right now. No, I was thinking of Tattoo Teenagers from Beverly Hills.
I never heard of that one.
Yeah, it was like something told Tattoo Teenagers from Beverly Hills, and yeah, it was that Monster of the Week formula. Terrible acting.
Of course.
It used to come on either USA or PBS.
Of course it did.
And I remember this from when I was like 7 or 8.
But yeah, so back to what we were saying.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, you wanted to get into what's happening in the real world?
Outside? Yeah, I was actually going to ask that too. So for one, the first thing that I want to bring up is the fact that douchebag McGee was looking for a reason to get rid of all 3 of those people.
Yes.
Conveniently, those 3 specific people who have just happened to form a friendship.
Yes. Just so happened to be friends.
Yep.
Gotta love that plot convenience.
I mean, there's got to be somewhere, like how a baseball hat is perfectly acceptable camouflage.
Or glasses, which actually does work.
Glasses does work. I just saw a picture of Zooey Deschanel without the bangs and glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Completely different.
I don't know how true this is, but actually I heard a story. It may be true, because I can see him doing this. Henry Cavill. He actually wore glasses and had his Superman t-shirt showing. It was just a Superman t-shirt with the House of L logo on it. And he was just walking around. No one recognized him.
Really?
No one recognized. Yeah. I'm going to look up to see how true that story is. But he was literally like, no one recognized me.
Okay. I know Hugh Jackman had a story about that when he was at Comic-Con dressed as Wolverine, and someone came up to him and was like, that's not how it's supposed to be done.
And he's like, ha, foolish mortal. I am Wolverine.
Exactly. Like, no, I'm Wolverine. I'm Hugh Jackman. No, you're not. Okay.
Watch me tap dance away, because I'm into
right. I would have loved to see him sing and tap dance away dressed as Wolverine.
Someone actually made a joke about it. They were like, what if you see Wolverine in this show? Like Hugh Jackman, he doesn't have to make a big cameo, but he's on his,
I can see him just dancing through town,
just tap dancing his Wolverine costume. I would.
That would be awesome too. Wait, you mean like the movie Wolverine costume or like the comic Wolverine costume? Because if it was the comic Wolverine costume and he was just randomly dancing around in this last episode, that would have been hilarious.
That would be great, because we will finally get the Wolverine costume.
Exactly. Like, we've been wanting that, like, live action forever. Give us the yellow spandex, Marvel. We want it.
And let it be the original Like
Yeah. Oh,
him where he looks more like a cat. Looks more like an
yeah.
actual Wolverine.
The Wolverine with the whiskers on the mask.
Yes, I want it to be that one in particular.
Yeah. He definitely had a scrap with the Hulk in that one.
Oh, ha ha, hey. Ha. Oh,
Yeah.
ha.
Ha ha ha. Could be foreshadowing right there.
Foreshadowing. But anyway, back to our
Yeah.
three amigos who conveniently became friends. They were
Yeah.
like, hey, were you in a Marvel movie previously? Yeah, I was. How about you? I definitely was. Let's be friends.
All right, let's be friends. And then they went off and did friend shit. So
fighting soldiers and taking their guns.
That's a whole other thing that I was just about to bring up. How okay, I can understand Monica overtaking the soldier. I can understand her. I cannot understand how a police officer just overtook some soldiers. Highly trained people.
I thought he was CIA.
I thought he was just a police officer. No, he is CIA.
Yeah.
So he's still highly trained, but he's not like army trained.
So.
Or military trained.
So.
Okay. Then
did I just say
about...
10 minutes ago?
Yeah, that's true. Whatever.
No, in this case, it's plot armor.
Yeah, it's definitely
plot armor
right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Darcy's like, why no one told me the plan, guys? I thought we were friends.
Yeah. Like, no one told her to plan. Well, honestly, what was she going to do? We haven't seen her fight at all. We don't know her capabilities.
True. Not yet, at least.
That's true. Which she did just get overtaken by the whole whatever. Let's just call it Westview.
Yeah, she got overtaken
by
Westview.
Yeah.
The Westview bubble?
Yeah. Or something. Yeah, let's go with that. I was trying to think of a clever name for it and then was just like, nah, I don't feel like it.
Hey, look, dang, this guy has such a charming smile. Man. Guy who plays Jimmy Woo, like, that smile is just hell.
Yeah, Randall Park is awesome.
He's so good. I like you, Randall Park. I need to watch.
Yeah.
What is it, Fresh Off the Boat? Which I should have been watching.
That show was amazing. Everyone should be watching it.
But anywho,
it definitely throws a lot in. So, gives a lot more to him as an actor.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, okay. To go ahead and start talking about the bubble. We do find out that Monica's cells have been regenerated, right?
Or rewritten.
Yeah, rewritten twice, I mean. Of course, they imply if it goes to a third time, she may die, but whatever. But all in all, it's like, this may be the start of her getting her powers as Spectrum, Photon, Captain Marvel, whatever you want to call her.
I definitely agree with that. It's kind of like she's being bombarded with cosmic rays.
Yep. And she's been through it twice. So it's like, okay. My prediction with this is the fact that this may be the start of mutants. Like, this is how we get mutants in a way.
Oh, I agree. I think Darcy going through there is going to potentially activate or create an X gene, which gives her some sort of abilities.
Yeah.
So
and
basically, mutants are just cancer patients. Essentially.
Oh, my camera's like super off. That's probably my Wi-Fi. But anyway.
Yeah.
Because when she made it bigger, when she made the bubble bigger, it was like, I don't know, they didn't really state how big she made it, but it was larger than what it was before.
It was much larger. It encompassed basically the entire camp that they had and everyone in that vicinity. Yeah, and then some. Like, it was taking over some other places and then just transforming it back to the time period.
And then a lot of the soldiers got encompassed through it. Like, so you got quite a few people. Granted, this is only really like just maybe a slightly bigger section of that area. So, I mean, there still may be some kind of bigger event that we have yet to see that will create even more mutants. But in my opinion, this is the start of seeing at least more superpowered people.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Because it's like, okay, these rays cut through the soldiers. They cut through normal citizens. And based off Monica's cells have been rewritten. And we could tell that. And we already know she's going to be like Spectrum. Or whoever you want to call her.
Like they're already building up to that with her X-ray just being light.
Yeah. Because her power is that she could turn into any energy she wants to.
Any form of energy. So she can be gamma radiation. She can be ultraviolet. She could be on anything. It doesn't matter. She the only wave she probably can't just generate are tidal waves. From what I heard from a YouTuber that I watch.
Did his last?
I forgot who it was. So I did want to say that, so he's not like, hey, you stole my words. No, dude, I remember you said it. I just don't remember who you are.
No, what you say is that words are just a concept that we create. They're not real.
That's true. They are not real. They're like those two behind you right there.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be so sad when they don't exist no more. Anyway, it's gonna be so sad.
It is. But yeah, like I think that this is definitely gonna be the start of the whole creation of the X gene and everyone being out there. As far as like Professor Xavier or Magneto like coming into play, I don't know how they're going to bring them about.
Me neither, because they have a whole history. Magneto, Professor X, even Wolverine. Oh, like okay, the mainline X-Men. If you want to go with the original team, Beast, Angel, Marvel Girl, aka Jean Grey or Phoenix, and Cyclops, you could do that with them. But like Professor X, who has a long history, Magneto, who obviously being a Holocaust survivor, has a long history. Wolverine, which has a longer history.
Yeah.
I mean,
actually, Magneto, from his history in the comic books, he was de-aged and brought back to a young man just so they can write more stories.
Yeah, which makes sense. And I think like his story is actually pretty cool. It's like, okay, it makes sense as to why he wants to just have mutants in their own little corner, and as to why he hates humanity. Because obviously you're a Holocaust survivor. You've seen the worst of humanity, and they're trying to do the same thing again, except with giant robots.
True. I wonder what those giant robots are going to be.
Man, are they going to be spider slayers?
I guarantee you they're going to be spider slayers. There's no sarcasm in this tone at all.
No, what's going to happen, and I bet all the bison dollars in my pockets right now, which is none, because bison dollars don't exist.
Not
what does
anymore,
Rob
anyway.
say? What does Rob from Comics Explain say? I bet all the money in my pockets for all the money in your pockets. But which in my case, joke's on you, I have no money in my pockets.
Yep.
What they're going to do, the Spider Slayers are going to be Sentinels round 1. And then from there...
They're going to go after Spider-Man.
Yes.
And then they're going to go from there and then modify it to track any alterations in DNA.
Yes. And then we're like, you know what? Those Spider Slayers worked out kind of sort of okay. I have an upgrade. Let's make a giant robot.
Yeah, let's make it actually man-shaped this time. Give it an AI.
You know what? I really like this name. Nimrod. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I was thinking Nimrod, and I was just like, please do not say Nimrod. We don't need those type of problems in the year 2023.
You know what?
Or 2024. We don't need those problems.
Here's a better one. You know what? Let's create a giant robot that will make many giant robots. Let's make massive. And you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm lazy. Let's make another giant robot to make the giant robot to make mini giant robots. Let's call that one Mother Mold.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna die pretty soon. Hey, Nimrod, come over here. How do you like the name Bastion?
Oh, I think it's a pretty great name. All right, you're Bastion now.
Actually, no.
Go make other Sentinels.
Actually, we need to do some other shit before you come Bastion. Come back in like 20 years.
All right. He goes, comes back. It's only been like 2 seconds for him. Yeah, so you want to be back here in 20 years?
Yes.
Oh, time travelers.
Oh, yes, time travel.
Yeah, also, with her, actually, I do want to bring it back to the bubble that they're in. With her spreading it out, do you think that that's eventually going to cover the entire world?
Maybe. I think a mistake's going to happen. Because, again, she's still learning her powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think what's going to happen is that it's going to cover the entire world. Or at least it's going to be a shockwave.
Okay.
So it's going to be some people get powers, some people don't. And one thing I want to talk about that we failed to mention, and we didn't finish talking about the commercial, but hold on.
Oh, right.
But hold that thought. One thing that I'm noticing is that Hayward mentioned that, look, for those of us that were here in the last 5 years, it was torture. For y'all who just came back, y'all don't even know. And he hinted that like he don't like superpowered people like that. Yeah.
So I'm really wondering what happened in those 5 years, because they did skip over that in Endgame as well.
Yeah. Well, you know, you got to see it a little bit in Endgame.
You got to see a little bit, but they mainly skipped over it. It was just kind of like yada yada through.
We were like, okay, you see Captain America, you know, doing his thing at the help groups. You see them trying to find Thanos. You feel the desperation of them, but you don't really see the pain of the normal people, which is what I like. And to be honest with you, them tackling this is very reminiscent of the Netflix Marvel shows. Because after the original Avengers movie, you saw it in Jessica Jones, you saw it in Daredevil, you saw it a little bit in Luke Cage, that people were not very happy that happened. People were traumatized. People started hating superpowered people. To the point where there was an episode in Jessica Jones season 1, which is one of my favorite episodes, where you literally had a couple who was hunting down superpowered people.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, and of course that was before Civil War, which was a nice little nod to that. I don't know if they did that on purpose or not, because you know how that situation went. But you start seeing that thing, and my favorite reference is that, and I think it's because, you know, we're from the hood. And Luke Cage, when the guy was sitting the bootlegs of the of the attack on New York. Yeah. Like, make your money, bruh. Set out on the red line next to money. Set out in the red line next to your oils.
Wait. They're in New York, so it's not the red line. It's like the G train or something like that.
I know. I'm just making a Chicago reference.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
So I'm just making like selling next to your oils and your other bootlegs. Yeah, the dude who's selling the fruities on the train with the socks, the incense and oils. Yep. I don't trust those fruities. Anyway.
You shouldn't.
I don't trust those fruities.
You shouldn't.
I do not trust those fruities. Okay, so real quick, for anybody that's coming to Chicago and y'all take the red line, you will see a guy selling stuff. You can trust the oils. You can trust the socks. Don't trust the incense. You can trust the incense, yes. Don't trust the fruities.
Or the lighters.
I don't smoke though. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
But don't trust the lighters.
Yeah. So my last point about this whole show is Vision's body, after it had broke out and then she started expanding everything. Do you think that she did that to just encompass him and take out that base as well? Or do you think she's just trying to spread her influence and make the whole world as she wants it?
I think both. Not only did she do that just to save Vision and to stop the army, because again, she gave him a fair warning. She was like, look, leave me alone. I just want
Mm-hmm.
pretty much gave the same warning as the Hulk. Leave
Yes.
me alone. That's it.
Yep.
I'm fine. Just go away.
Yep.
I'm showing you what I can do. Stop.
I mean, at that point, you literally don't have power. She took your gun out of
Yes.
your hand, and she didn't even touch any of. She didn't walk over to you. She just
Yes.
stood there.
She
Took
literally
your
stood
guns
there.
out of your hand, aims them at you.
Yes. And I don't think we've seen that power from, at least I don't remember us seeing her do mind control powers.
No,
Not
we
before
haven't seen
this
her
show.
do anything. Well, mind control powers, kind of. It was more like a suggestion.
Okay.
She had did it to Tony way back in the day, but
Oh, when she first appeared, right?
yeah.
Okay.
But that was like the closest thing that we got for any of her mind control ability. Now, however, we're seeing them basically in practice and getting stronger by the minute.
Yeah. So, because she controlled multiple soldiers at once, which is
Mm-hmm.
frightening.
Yeah.
But anywho, yeah, she encompassed the base because I'm like,
Mhm.
it's the base. I gave y'all a warning. Boom. And I think like she made it even bigger than that, just to keep everyone safe, so to speak.
Right.
So Vision won't get out as easily anymore. So I guess her kids will be fine.
Mhm.
And I think she lost a bit of control over it. But all in all,
I mean, it's a given that she lost some control over it because she saw dead bodies.
so it's like, yeah, I think it's a combination of both her influence and just to keep everyone safe and to attack the soldiers.
Okay.
So,
All right.
cool.
Yeah, and that's all I have on this one. Oh, right. We didn't finish talking about that whole torture scene for the commercial. Like
The realest scene of my childhood.
yeah, like I do remember being a child and trying to open up one of those, and eventually I was like, screw this. Took a knife and just cut it open.
Yes.
Just stab the top, cut it around, peel it off. It was easy.
Very easy.
Much easier than just pull and plug. And
Yes, because it'll always
Pull it off.
break.
yeah, I always rip it. Sometimes I still rip it now.
Yes. Yes.
It's terrible.
As an adult. Yes.
Yeah, those things are terrible. That's all I'm saying. It should be a better way to get your yogurt out, like putting it in a bottle, like animals.
Or Go-Gurt.
Oh yeah, Go-Gurt in the tube that you just kind of. It's like a
It's like a popsicle.
popsicle. Yeah.
With yogurt.
Instead, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like, okay, so that commercial wasn't as easily deduced as the other ones were, because the other ones were actual references, you know what I mean, to her trauma. And I know that with this one I had to think about it a bit more because it's called Yo Magic. And based upon what I'm understanding with the kid, wait, what did I think about yesterday? Because the kid just died trying to get the yogurt open.
Yeah.
And what was the slogan? Because that was the key to everything. What was the slogan?
I don't remember the slogan.
Yo,
I
man.
really don't. I do remember it was Yo Man, and the slogan was very interesting, but I think it just, because it was a commercial, I didn't think too much of it. I didn't even look to see if there was
Anything Hydro on it or anything either. So I really did just kind of skip past that.
Yeah, because remember, like all of these have like little references to Wanda's past traumas. Like the
Exactly,
first one
and-
was about Tony Stark and that bomb that they
Right.
literally was trapped next to for 2 days.
For days, yeah.
Um,
And then the next one was the Hydra soap,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Uh,
Which come to find out they reference in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I found out.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Yeah.
after the Hydra soap, it was, what was an episode 4? Or 3, I should say.
3 was, darn it. Someone's probably yelling at us too.
Yeah, and that's fine. You should just type it in the comments.
Yeah. Type it in the comments. Let us know.
Exactly. So, yeah, whatever that one was, it was the watch commercial.
Yeah, no, that was the Strucker watch. That's
the Strucker watch. So Van Strucker, which also still had the Hydrogen symbol.
It was Lagos.
Right. The Lagos, the paper towels.
Yes, able to fix any mess you make.
Yeah, but it still kept dripping, even though she kept trying to get it all up. Yeah, the whole Sokovia incident.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. But that was in Lagos. That was in Lagos. That was in Sokovia.
That was in Lagos? Oh, yeah. Right.
When she blew up the building. Yeah, that was actually in Lagos.
That was in Lagos. Yeah, that was in Lagos. Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to see. I'm looking up an article.
Mm-hmm.
Even they're saying, like, is it Satan? Is it Mephisto? We're pretty sure Pietro is Mephisto, which is like
that's what everyone is saying, and
yeah,
I'm still kind of waiting for them to give us a little bit more information, because there are hints there as to who it is and what is going on, but I think all the Mephisto stuff is just to like guide us away from what's really happening.
And this is it. It says, "Yo Magic, the snack for survivors."
Oh, okay.
So I think that's referencing what's going on right now.
For everyone who's trapped in there. And if they come out alive, it's because of the magic.
Yes. It even says here, it's a Go-Gurt commercial, obviously.
Oh, yeah. That was totally an old Go-Gurt commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what about them talking about the survivors? Mm-hmm. And referencing them being dead. What if she's the survivor, but everyone else that she cares about are the ones that are dead? So she's the one that reaps the benefits for surviving from their trauma.
Yeah, and even then, she's like, she was the last to survive, really.
Yeah,
I mean, she came back.
She's alone on an island, like that. Also gives her the loneliness that she's been experiencing. Mm-hmm. The grief also, because she did feel so terrible that, Vision died, that she also wanted to possibly die. I mean, yeah, there's so many things that could go on because of it.
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting. They have like a gif of the kid just fading away, and it's so dark.
Yeah,
it's so dark. Like, and they play it for laughs. Like, this show is dark.
It's very, very dark. Like, it's a terrifying thing, and it probably tells something about like my messed up sense of humor, but it is also very hilarious, and I can't get past that fact.
I mean, we did laugh at the extreme shark. That kid's dying. That kid's dying, but man, that shark is so extreme.
Exactly. Look at that shark, man. Surfboard and everything. Doesn't even need it.
Where's he
going?
But yeah, so I mean, my final word on it is the fact that, again, I think this episode is our bridge to the third act. I think a lot of this was set up for the third act. I think what Wanda did is set up for the third act. The fact that they keep saying like, okay, we gotta go see my homie that knows what's going on, that knows how to build a ship. It's a setup. And the fact that they don't reveal who he really is kind of makes me wonder. So it's like, okay, while this episode wasn't as bombastic and didn't have a big reveal like the last episode, or the last couple of episodes, I should say.
Yeah. I feel like it gave us a lot of information that we needed to have.
Yeah, it gave us a lot of foundation for what's about to happen. It's give us a lot of clues for what's about to happen. And a bunch of Easter eggs. Again, looking at your photo, her original costume, Quicksilver's original costume with the hair.
Yep. I don't even remember what the marquee said, but
so
I think that might be a clue too.
That's what caught my eye earlier. So I was looking at it, I'm like, The Incredibles and The Parent Trap.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Parent Trap, because they're both sets of twins. and she's the parent of them, and they're like doing stuff.
And the Incredibles because they're a family of superpowered people.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't even peep that.
That's what caught my eye because I was like, I'm gonna mention that later because I don't want to. We're in the middle of a point.
And I've been sitting here like, man, I wonder what caught his eye because I couldn't read what was in the marquee. I just threw up the picture. I was like, oh, cool. Oh, marquee. All right, whatever.
Shout outs to you for that.
Thank you. I accidentally did a thing.
Hey, those are the best things to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, to end off on it, another good episode. But again, I feel like the next 3 are just going to be amazing. And I really want to see, like I said, I keep hinting at it. Because the guy I heard this from, some of the stuff he said, he has insiders, but some of the stuff he says is right on. Some of it isn't. It depends. Because again, it depends on who your insider is. Like if it's some guy who handled the crafts table, then there's a big difference between him and an actual producer or a director or a writer. You know what I mean?
Very much different. Because that dude just overheard something and then they went to the writer's room or changed something right then and there. Yeah. And now his information is out of date.
Right, which Marvel tends to do anyway. Actually, a lot of studios tend to do.
Constant.
Yes. So it's not their fault. It's just that's how it works. So yeah, I get it. I try to be the first one to get the scoop.
Yeah, and that's why people talk to Tom Holland, which is why they don't give him any information anymore.
I was just gonna say they gave him no information. Even recently, he was like, I don't know if these other Spider-Men are in the movie.
Yeah. And meanwhile, I know more information than he does.
Tom Holland's like, you know what?
Like that.
They were like, we're taking away your scripting privileges.
Like, basically, give me your phone.
Actually,
that's what they thought.
Here, we'll give you 1 page of the script at a time.
Yep. And only your line. Like your cue, then your line.
Yes, that's it. That's it. But I don't know. I even told even me and my coworker said the other night, we were like, yeah, this is like not the first, but this is a show in a long time where we're watching week to week. And yes, I have a bit of a bias because I love magical characters. And like I said, Wanda, Doctor Strange, really anyone who's paranormal, I immediately have my eye on them, with Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange being one of my favorite Marvel heroes. It's like I can't wait till next week. I haven't watched a TV show like this since Breaking Bad. Even The Mandalorian, I was waiting to watch those episodes. I didn't start watching that until my parents, because I knew my parents knew the name of Baby Yoda.
Right.
So it's like, I was like, okay, that's going to do that. Even then, I was taking my time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it was... this is like the first time in a long time I'm watching week to week since the last season of Breaking Bad. And
I'm currently watching Attack on Titan week to week, and
which I need to catch up on because I'm starting to see little bits and pieces.
No. Just if you haven't caught up to season 4 yet, just wait until season 4 is done and then watch all of it. You just might as well do that.
I'm scared too because I'm starting to see little memes and stuff, and I'm like,
oh, all the stuff about Gabby. I have no idea what those memes are about.
I don't even know who Gabby is. Who's Gabby? Don't tell me.
I'm not telling you who that is.
All I know is Aaron won't let people transform. That's all I know. And
I don't even know about that. I didn't know about that. So look, I
have no idea. And then I saw some picture of Aaron, which didn't really look like Aaron. And I'm like, who is this person?
Well, they're doing a different art style.
Okay.
So there's that for right now. It's just a slight variation. And I did just get to an episode where you first see Aaron in this season.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not telling you anything. I'm not telling you anything.
And I know one more thing. I know one more thing, which is weird. Apparently, I guess Levi and Zeke were fighting. And Zeke was like, Levi, if you look at me, I'm going to come in my pants. I was like, what? I was like, wait, hold on. Wait, not in the middle of a fight, guys.
I don't think that I did.
So I don't know where that came from. Hopefully that was just a fan subtitle. Because I'm like,
Hopefully,
what?
like, jeez,
Zeke, bro, really?
hell, like you are in the middle of a life and death situation against
You are-
someone who can kill you.
Yes, who almost killed you.
Yeah. I actually, when I watched it, I was watching it in English, and they didn't say that. So
I have no idea.
that's from the Japanese dub, I believe,
Okay.
or the original Japanese, I should say.
Because I saw that still, I was like, I feel like that is something he would say, but at the same time, it's like, bro, come on.
Honestly, yeah, it does seem like something that he would say. So I can't really. That's why I can't really dismiss it. Like,
Yeah.
I did watch some of the older episodes in Japanese and in English, and there were definitely times where it was along the same vein of what they said, but meant completely different things on how they did.
Yeah. So I'm gonna catch up on that very soon. Definitely going to, because I'm starting to see little stuff now, and I'm like, that's probably my warning to start to actually watch.
Yeah, that definitely is a start, because for me, it was when someone was like, "Oh, we fucking hate Gabby." I don't need to know why you hate Gabby. Just I avoid everything else now.
Who the hell is Gabby? Don't tell me.
No, you'll find out who Gabby is in season 4, episode 1 of the show.
Okay.
You'll find out who she is. You're not going to find out why people hate her in that episode.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm only on episode 5. I'm watching the dub as it comes out because you know my eyes suck. So
yeah, I like the dub
it's
too.
easy to do it like the dub. That and the voice acting is just really good. So
yeah, and plus, I'll say this, and then we're just gonna end it. I find that it's appropriate to watch the dub in anime where you know it's based off non-Japanese
something. Yeah, that
countries, which clearly this
Ultimate.
is. Yeah, like I'm gonna watch that in dub. Actually, I'm gonna watch that real soon based off y'all recommendation, and then I'm going to watch Attack on Titan dub, because clearly Attack on Titan is like German, and spoilers for Attack on Titan, it's obviously Germany and Jews. Like it's that.
It's
that
kind of really is that. If you got the hint that they were all Germans at first because of the title song, the theme songs, and the names too, like Rainer, Berthold, Aaron,
Rainer, Berthold.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Right, Aaron, a couple of Sasha. There's a ton of German names.
Yeah, it's a ton of German names. And want to know what else is great? You know, that Titan that attacked us last weekend. You know, I'm one of them. So I figured you're a Titan too. So you want to join our party.
Oh,
you want to join us?
Because I know so much more. You should watch this series. You should watch this series.
Oh shit! Do they do that again? Because when
you'll see.
When Rainer and Berthold was like, did that super casually, I was like, bros, what are you doing?
You should watch, because they definitely go over that origin.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I kind of like. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my whole take on this episode, because I didn't say that yet, is that definitely was a good episode. I love the fact that they brought a little bit more information rather than I guess it was the more world building at that point than anything else. So I'm very glad that they did a little bit more world building rather than just introductory stuff. I feel like this is definitely a turning point right now, and a lot of crazy stuff is going to happen later on. It's going to be wild. I feel like at the end of either this movie this series, or the end of Multiverse of Madness is going to introduce me.
I think if WandaVision is the build up, the Multiverse of Madness is definitely the main event. It's gonna be
because it's supposed to be a trilogy for the multiverse, which Spider-Man 3 is the sequel to this.
Yes.
So with him, I think we're going to go into the Spider-Verse, so his whole web. And I did not mean to make that pun.
Well, it's gonna happen. I mean, Spider-Verse is popular. The comic was popular. The movie was real popular.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the fact that you're gonna get Andrew and
Toby.
I would say the first Spider-Man. I'm really
Topher Grace. That's what it is.
Topher Grace.
Yeah, I don't know why I said Toby.
We joke, but it may be Topher Grace in that movie.
Yeah, maybe.
And he's gonna fight
Doc Ock.
No, he's going to fight
or
Melina. No, that'd be cool though. Anyway, shout outs to Melina the Stallion. No, who's the new Eddie Brock?
Tom Hardy.
So Topher Grace versus Tom Hardy. We'll have that.
I could totally see that.
Yeah,
I could totally see that happening.
Yes.
And also that would bring. Ooh, that's the thing though. Sony still has control over all of Spider-Man and the character. So, not Fox. Marvel can use him, but they can't use like everything else from Spider-Man.
But again, Silver Tongue and Kevin Feige and money.
Yeah.
The fact that we're getting Toby, Andrew, possibly, because it hasn't really been confirmed.
No, the fact that we are definitely getting Jamie Foxx and Melina, I forget his first name, the guy who played Doc Ock.
Yeah.
The fact that we're getting both of them in this movie is definitely a case for that.
Which he was a good Doc Ock.
He was. I feel like they didn't really do him justice, but he himself played an amazing Doc Ock.
He was a good Doc Ock.
Yeah.
A great Doc Ock. But all right.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I have to say.
That's it for me as well. So guys, check us out on the Night-Shift Bandits podcast. Like we said earlier in this, it comes out every Wednesday. This will be coming out I guess again next week around the same time-ish.
Yeah, same time-ish. I'm gonna try to get this out before the weekend is up. But yeah, all in all, like he said, check us out, Night-Shift Bandits, anywhere you get your podcast. We'll start uploading episodes on YouTube soon.
Yep. Definitely
hit us up, Instagram, Facebook. Put the links in the description as usual down below. Yeah, I can do that now. Down below.
Down below.
Yes,
yeah,
we can do that now, guys.
We can do that now. We're YouTubers. Yeah.
Oh my God, yes, we can do that. Now you have to get the little icon thing and be like, "Hey, check out this
we're
video."
not official. We're YouTuber wannabes right now.
Exactly. We come out with 2 episodes. We're gonna get like 25 views. It'll be fine.
It's good.
It'll be all good.
We'll build that up. We'll build it up.
We'll get it done.
But check us out on all those. Check us out at Perspective Discussions also, where we talk about love, life, and relationships. We have a new episode of that's coming out on
that.
Yeah.
So new episodes for both podcasts every Wednesday. Again, Perspective Discussions. Check us out everywhere you get your podcast from. Love, life, relationships. Just check it out, guys.
Yeah.
It's great. If you love relationships, you love life, you want to talk about what's going on in the culture right now, that's where Perspective Discussions is all about. If you want to talk about geek shit, us, the Night-Shift Bandits, that's what we're all about. So hit us up on all social media. Hit us up anywhere and everywhere. Give us feedback. And yeah, we're here. Breaking YouTube.
Yeah. And let your people know about it too. Share it as much as possible.
Like, share, subscribe.
Wow, you did it.
I did it. I did it. I did the thing.
All right. Awesome. All right, guys. We'll catch you later.
Deuces.